I am now live. Hey guys, what's going on? Jamie Alexander here, and I titled this Feel Like You're Losing? I don't know. Are you losing friends? Are you losing money? Do you feel like you're losing your position? What is it that you feel like you're losing? And I'm going to talk to you about why and the positive aspects of it. So, you know the drill. Sit back, share this with a friend, like, comment, subscribe, or whatever, and I'm coming to you with a message.
She's here to shine a light, meet new people, touching lives, create community.
Your passion set on fire, energy sends you higher.
Dreams are reality.
Just Jamie.
Hey guys, what's going on? Show me some love in the chat if you're up in here. What's up, Demita Joe? Love to see you in here. Okay, guys, so I create these cards and I have a whole stack of them from various classes that I've taken. I take a lot of classes, I read a lot of books, and that's what makes me valuable when it comes to life coaching. Sassy method up in here. And one thing that stuck out to me today is this quote that I got from Catherine Woodard Thomas in Calling in the One. And the quote is, "The first stage of a breakthrough is a breakdown." And she goes on to talk about initiate the loss of life as you currently know it. It's a little death. When you intend to up level, things will come to the surface, like settling for crumbs and tolerating lies. And I think you guys, because of this journey we've been on, I know you guys understand what this means. First of all, I'm also reading Think and Grow Rich again because I think it's worth it. And to be honest, I think I'm going to start a book club and start reading these things out loud. We'll read one chapter by chapter together. I have a private Facebook group called Unapologetically Sassy. So if you are into that, hit me up and I'll add you to the private group. But I think it's really important that we get a group setting to actually discuss things like wealth, evolving our souls, calling love into our life, bettering our relationships, and all these things. But it's good to do it in a group. It's good to get other feedback and to collaborate with people who are on the same path as you and want to grow. So if you're into that, hit me up because I'm going to start doing that. I just feel like it's important. So I'm also reading Think and Grow Rich again. And in the first chapter, it talks about that 3 feet from gold. And so, this one kicked me in my tail because I remember starting my first business and being 3 feet from gold. Like I was right there. I had the idea. I was right about the idea. It was a spirit thing. I knew to keep going. I didn't have all of the resources I needed, but I kind of felt like that one person, in this particular story, the guy, he got money from his family members. He got everything that he needed and he was drilling. He did everything but ask another expert where he should be drilling. So it's not even that he was so wrong. He did the best that he could, but somebody else was like, well, let me ask somebody who knows about this. And boom, he became a multimillionaire. And, my first business, even though what I was creating hadn't been created yet, it's a big thing now. So it's just about aligning with the right people and crossing all the T's and dotting all the I's, but also remembering that your breakdown, the first stage of a breakthrough is a breakdown, because that man who lost the millions and didn't ask for the, expert, the expert opinion, he remembered that and he went on to be like, okay, I know I gave up 3 feet before gold on that one, but now I'm going to sell insurance. And what I'm not going to do is take no for an answer. So he still went on to be a multimillionaire. And I'm saying this because I know how it feels to stop 3 feet from the goal. Life can be tricky. When you're doing something big, you're doing something new, you're doing something passionate to you, you're going to be tested. You're going to get to the point where you feel like you're losing and your idea is silly and nobody has your back and it's not going to be able to be done and it doesn't make sense and you put all this into it and you can't, and it just becomes a lot. But if we could start to look at those moments as an opening to get relentless and keep in our mindset like, no, I'm doing this thing. I don't know how it's going to get done. We like to think we know how it's going to get done, and that's part of our problem. If we know the how, as long as we got it all mapped out, it's going to be bing, bang, boom, and we're good. That's not how things happen. We want to keep our intention on the forefront that will allow us to get relentless and push through the inevitable pause that's going to happen. You're not a failure. Failure happens. It's not your fault you setback. Setback is part of the thing. Part of the thing. You're not wrong. You're not this. You're not that. See, we take these moments so personally, and we think we're not enough, or nobody's, buying into our idea, and we can't do this, and we can't get beyond that. When really life is just asking us to just pivot a little bit, ask a little question, stay in your heart about what your original intention was, and don't let up until the thing happens. And it's easier said than done, because when you get to that crossing line, you're like, I did everything. Like, what more do you want from me? Instead of putting our hands up, that's when we need to lean in. So I wanted to just kind of give that break. Some of us, I'm growing a YouTube channel. I just started life coaching. I don't always feel like I have it together. I don't always feel like thousands of subscribers are coming in. There's a lot of times where I'm like, I don't even think people want to hear what I have to say. This is challenging. I have in my mind the ideas of what's possible. And then I wake up in the morning and I look and I'm like, I don't know. I don't really know if I can do this. I don't really know if I'm the type of person or the personality. Okay, I started life coaching. I have a few clients and they're doing amazing, but I don't always know how to market and how I'm going to get more, so it can feel like you want to quit, but I can't. Not this time. I've quit before. I ran out of steam and out of gas on one of my last endeavors, and I just couldn't do it. But with this saying, initiate the loss of life as you currently know it. It's a little death. When you intend to up level, things will come to the surface, like settling for crumbs and tolerating lies. And that's the thing, right? We're up leveling. We're up leveling big time. So it's going to feel different. If you're going from, I hear a lot of wealthy people say this, it takes the same energy to do $100,000 deal as it does to do $100 million deal. So if you're going to up level, make that choice to up level and call it a day. But when you're going from here to here to here to here, life is going to feel different. So allow yourself to die to the past. Yes, did I kind of give up on my first business? I did. I got so tired. I gave it all I got and I wasn't getting the results I needed. So regardless of why, that story is not now. I have new tools. I'm in a new space. We have new technology and all of these things going on. So I have to allow myself, that part of me, to die. It's a little death. And if I'm up leveling like I'm doing now, I'm starting to see all of the things that I was doing to play a part in that. For an example, right? I don't know how I should tell this story without giving too much, but let's just say somebody offered me a favor. And instead of just taking the favor and just sitting back and letting that be what it is, I tried to meet them and make the favor easier. Okay? And that blew up in my face. And one of the lessons I learned from that was exactly where it says, when you intend to up level, things will come to the surface, like settling for crumbs. I be settling too much. And it stems from a worthiness issue. Like, who are you to get free things? Who are you to have somebody go out of their way? You need to earn. You need to do this and that to get that. I don't believe that anymore. I believe if somebody wants to gift me, all I have to do is be receptive. If somebody wants to do something for me, I'm going to let them, and so on and so forth. But I was able to see in this particular instance that happened just a week ago that when somebody offers you, take the whole thing, girl. You love the princess treatment. You love being taken care of. They offered. Just give it a full yes without trying to make it easier for them and not be too much of a burden. And I'm done with that. I'm done with that. but I'm seeing how these little things are popping up in the old version of me that are not in alignment with the worthy, wealthy, luxurious, easy life that I'm moving towards, that I'm in, and that I'm leaning into. So I hope that makes sense. All I'm trying to say is, when things feel funky, when you feel like you're losing things, when you feel behind or like things are not working out, not only do I implore, what, I can't think of the word right now. I'm so tired and hungry. I want you to be relentless on your intention, and then also look around and see where you're selling yourself short because of something old. Where are you selling yourself short? Is that even you anymore? You're also on your way to the next level. So, I mean, let's act next level. And Demita, thank you so much. She's like, yes, because you've been with me since, I would say, what, at least last October, when we were talking about, okay, we're about to up level, pay attention. Okay, we're feeling this way. Now we're here. Now we're in this point, and it's time to keep cleaning up the cobwebs out of the corners of the walls. Like, I'm saying I'm this, but I'm finding actions that are down here. And these down here actions are loud now. They're like, girl, this isn't even where you play anymore. This is even what you want. So I need you to act like it. Okay? So let's just, anytime it feels funny or you're losing and, you know, arguing or whatever is going on, it is an indicator to not only be relentless on your original intention, but to also examine that. I had to examine that. I'm sitting up here, you know, having a hard time with somebody who offered me a favor. I should have took the whole full favor. Why do I gotta, Jamie, dear Jamie, what part of you feels like you have to start doing all this so you're not too much? Be too much, girl, you're a lot. Can that not be okay? Because I know my heart. Yes, girl, I feel this. Thank you. It's like, I know my heart. I'm not out here trying to negatively do things to people. So if somebody wants to give me something, I'm going to take the full gift. Because where I can take accountability in the fallout that I had last week is I wasn't being true to myself. I should have stayed comfy and cozy because that's what I like. I love ease. I should have let it be easy because someone offered. But instead, I tried to not be too much, make it easier, and it blew up in my face. So I have to look at and examine that as opposed to the loss that happened in the situation. This was an indicator. So hopefully that makes sense. Hopefully the math is mathing. Another thing that I wanted to share on one of my little cards is 10% of our happiness is due to external circumstances. Hey, what's up, Colton? Welcome to the chat. Let me know if you feel what I'm saying up in here. This is for people who might feel like they're losing and seeing this as an indicator as like, nah, you're being redirected. You're being asked to lean into your intention. You're being asked to keep it real with you. 10% of our happiness is due to external circumstances. 50% of our happiness is genetic, okay? Born with a happiness predisposition. I don't know what y'all grew up in, but my parents were pretty emotionally balanced people, thank God, you know? And some people have depressed mothers and all of these things. We got to be aware of that. If 50% is genetic and we're born with a predisposition to happiness, we should be aware of that. 50% is a lot. 40% is choice. It's in your hands. So the more that we choose our own happiness and our mood and how we want to feel and where we're headed, not only will the world reflect that to us, but we will be able to navigate anything. When you look at loss and you look at breakdown as breakthroughs and indicators, you give yourself a winning and fighting chance to amplify your intention. Don't let these people play with you. You came out here to do something. Amplify your intention because you have the power. And you get to examine where you're still not being in alignment with the truth of who you are. Just as the example I gave with the dramatics that I went through. If I really think about it, I didn't stick to my word. And I like things easy. There's nothing wrong with that. But you see, the way I grew up, you know, and it's no fault of anybody's, my dad, like, you know, but it was always about hard work for him. Hard work, work hard, save your money, be consistent. I don't have the same belief, but I grew up believing you got to work hard and, my mom don't be asking nobody for nothing. And even when you do offer, sometimes she's like, no, I got it. No, that's not me. It's how I was raised. But I quickly had to learn, like, no, if somebody wants to take me to lunch, yes. If we sit at dinner, I could have had intentions to pay. Like, we all do our own things. But if at the end of dinner, you say, don't worry about it, I got the bill, I'm not going to argue with you. My mom is going to pull out money and cards and like, no. And that's how I was raised. But I'm not really like that. So I had to really look at the difference and be like, no, girl, it's okay to receive. And it doesn't always mean you have to work hard and earn it. I don't have to earn my favors. You don't have, I don't believe that. So dear me, like, why not make it easy? Why are you doing this thing? But I needed to see that. So in the loss, in the fallout, I needed to see that this is somewhere I need to be completely 100% real with myself and others, the way I show up, and be cool with the gifts that I'm given and not feel like I have to backtrack and make sure I'm not taking too much. And girl, please, as much love as I give, as good as a friend as I am, as much as even I pour out on social media or read and help and assist, let somebody do something for you. So that's just an example. I hope you guys were able to follow and get something out of that. 40% of your happiness is a choice. And it's easier said than done, right? It almost sounds obnoxious, right? Because when you're going through a bunch of BS and you're listening, happiness is a choice. You're like, girl, please, right? But it really is. If we start to look at these things with more intention and lessons to be learned, because we're literally being funneled into our best life, then it's like, all right, I'm gonna take this one on the chin. Was it cool? No. But now I know how to look at it and examine it. I'm gonna keep getting better and I'm gonna keep going. Happiness doesn't always mean you're like, I don't care that like my flight got missed and I missed the whole event and that it's not, you're allowed to be like, come on, and have a moment. But what are you going to take from that moment? If you're willing to look hard enough, you're gonna find something where you're like, all right, I could have, okay. I betrayed myself here. I said I was going to wake up at this time and I didn't. And because I didn't keep my integrity as my own word, if I'm honest, that's why I missed my flight. Not because Southwest Airlines is this or, just this goes in any case, in any, hi, Bridget. Long time no see. Beautiful boo. Thank you for tuning in. Or with the situation that I gave, was it, the person I got into it with? Yeah, they have their faults, but how often am I going to look at myself? I'm the only person that I can change. I'm the only person that I can deal with. So in that situation, there was a couple of places that if I would have been in full accountability with myself, that situation wouldn't have happened. We drag other people into our stuff when we're not authentic and honest. And I know that we don't mean to, but the whole people pleasing and overworking and trying to be what other people want you to be, moving by our parents' values and all of this stuff, not only do we have to ask ourselves, is it serving us? We need to look at everything that feels like a huge loss and dig in there to find out where we contributed to that. And then you can be happy. I'm happy. Did I love what happened? No. But am I happy that I'm like, ooh, girl, you don't have to, you can let things be easy. You can let people gift you. You can receive at the highest level, not just a little bit and try to make sure it's not too much for them. No, they offered. We're not in that space anymore where we need to like, no, I'm ready for the full thing. If somebody wants to carry me to the grocery store and they bring 4 men who want to do it on shoulders while they feed me grapes, I'm going to let them. Can I drive myself? Sure, but why? If I'm getting offered or whatever it might be, So that's my thing. I'm sure you guys can correlate it to yourself. But just to give you the quotes for those that are just joining in, the first stage of breakthrough is a breakdown. Don't break down in the breakdown, please. I've done it before and I don't regret it because my life is beautiful, but I'm like, could I have really been 3 feet from gold if I had the mentality to turn up the volume on my intention and look for the ways I'm contributing in the loss? Not to blame myself, but to just make a little tweak. There's nothing wrong with that. This is what we're here to do. Why stay the same? Why just do what your parents do? Why just, what? We're here to, expand in the fullness of who we are designed to be. Okay? So initiate the loss of life as you currently know it. Get bold. Initiate the loss of life. I don't want the old life. We already went past that. I'm past that. I'm here now. So to initiate, I'm going to do more bold things, more daring things, things that I'm scared of, because I'm only scared of the way they played out in my past. So I need to face it head on and initiate the death of all of those old things. It's a little death. When you intend to up level, things will come to the surface, like settling for crumbs and tolerating lies. And y'all already know this applies to your dating situation. That lack mentality, that scarcity mentality that we're still seeing every single day when we get on social media, the scarcity and lack mentality when it comes to dating and relationships. But when you intend to up level, whether that's make more money, whether that is to be in the loving relationship that you desire and that you see in your heart, things will come to the surface. I tell people this, right? When I coach, we're really good at making goals. I got a goal to do this, a goal to do that, blah, 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 blah. But what we don't do is examine everything blocking us from achieving those goals. Having the goal is cute, but what is the obstacle to that? We should always be looking for those obstacles. Because as much as it sounds like rainbows and sunshines to have a goal, if you don't know what it is that's keeping you from that goal, what are we really doing? This is something that's got to be examined all the time. And failure and loss catapult those examinations, but good. And a lot of stuff comes to the surface, like settling for crumbs and tolerating lies. When you don't have to settle for crumbs or tolerate lies and whatever else. The kind of love you want exists, because it wouldn't exist. You wanting it is proof that it exists. I don't care what the statistics say about women getting married and people staying married and black women and black men and money and who cares? When you go against the grain on stuff like that and allow yourself to self-examine you'll realize you're not getting what you want because you're over here, you're tolerating little lies, because you have the scarcity and lack mentality that there's not a lot of guys and this guy is mostly okay. This woman's mostly okay, so let me just, settling for crumbs. Oh, he doesn't really, call when I like him to, or he doesn't really take heed to my needs, or he doesn't, but it's okay. He's not beating me and cheating. We've been making excuses. The reason why you're not getting what you want is those barriers. You think you have to settle, and you don't. Remove the barriers that are keeping you from what it is that you really want. And then you'll see where you've been tolerating lies, whether it's lies to yourself, lies from other people, lies about what's really available, and settling for crumbs. We ain't crumbs no more. We want the whole cake, period. Really simple. I feel like a lot of us grew up like, no, don't eat the whole cake now. Save some for, I'm eating the whole cake. Somebody said they want to give me a cake, I'm eating the whole cake. And if I choose that I want to share a piece, then I will. But otherwise, that cake is mine. I don't want to share. I don't want to be, it doesn't matter. Go for gold. So anyway, y'all, I'm done. I just wanted to share that really quick because it was on my mind. 40% of happiness is a choice. So take that into consideration when you're experiencing things like loss, heartbreak, failure, setbacks, and know that the breakdown is the onset of the breakthrough. That's enough to make you happy. Self-examination is enough to make you happy if you allow it. All right, y'all. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. I really do want to start this book club situation because I'm so obsessed with reading and I'm more obsessed with talking about ideas. So I'm finally going to get the Facebook group. I've been hesitating because I'm not big on Facebook, but that's not the point. It's not about me and how I see things. There's people there. So if there's people that can be reached, served, and loved on and can grow with, then that's where I need to be. And it'll be more private. Obviously, this is everybody, but I want us to read a chapter and break it down in a way that what we learn is integrated into our lives and we can actually move forward. So my big thing right now is wealth and my relationship with money. It's something that I would like to re-examine. And I do that often, probably about every 5 years, where I'm like, am I seeing this thing right? And, so we're going to do that. Unapologetically Sassy is the group on Facebook. And what else? I think that's it. Yeah, I am going to get more shows on my YouTube. I'm ready for my own season 2 in YouTube. I needed that break, but I'm going to ask Inyatu back. Such good stuff. Seriously, like great conversations from quality people about viral topics. So hopefully he'll come back for our Wednesday nights, and definitely a couple other things with my ladies panels that I want to, reincorporate back into my YouTube channel to keep it popping, keep these healthy perspectives out, and to keep growing and thriving. It's thrive time. Survival mode and all that is done. It's done. It doesn't even fit anymore. That's why you're losing things. That's why you're arguing with people. That's why friends aren't fitting. Am I the only one that kind of had to walk away from a friend or two? And I'm not even that type of person. I'd be liking to keep people around, but I'm starting to be really sensitive. Like, I can't do this right now. It's me or you. And I got to take care of me. But the way you're thinking and the way you're coming at me right now, I understand. I just can't do it right now. I don't know. There's a lot going on, but it's good. We mourn the loss of that, but I've gained, knowing that I have the power to do these hard things, and it is what it is, All right, y'all. Thank you so much for tuning in. If you are interested in some life coaching, even if you're in therapy. So what I love about my clients is their therapists use my Sassy method with them now, because it's a way of communication, and it's an energy and a vibe and an opportunity to unfold things in a way that my clients, plural, have shared with their therapists to use my method, because my method is working for them. That's so bomb. So I'm not giving up on myself or the Sassy method, sassymethod.com. I'm not giving it because apparently I'm onto something. So with all that being said, share this with a friend. If you got a good message, post it somewhere where other people can see it. Like this video, subscribe to my channel if you're not already. And I'll see you in the next video. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Peace.